You want to go from this ugly, warpy clip to a smooth, twixter, sexy clip. I bet, I got you. So first, I'm going to drop the essentials in the description below, but it's faster time remap and a duplicate frames remover, and those are going to help tremendously. And what we're going to do, it increases the productivity and essentiality. Alright, so first, you're going to want to pre-comp whatever clip you want. Just pre-comp it. Make sure you copy these settings right here. These two are checked off. Boom. Alright, now double click it so you can open inside. And if the double click doesn't work and it ends up leading you here, then all you have to do is right click, open layer source. This is where the duplicate frames remover comes in. And of course there's a manual way of doing this where it's Control-Alt-T and then, going through each frame and marking where the frame moves. And I mean, it works, but of course it's pretty tedious, especially with long clips. But it's also good to do this by yourself because it leaves no room for error. But for now, we're gonna go with the efficient way of doing this. So when you have duplicate frames remover, inside there's many tutorials on how to install these two, so I recommend I'll put some videos up. And once you get this installed, you're gonna have to press the clip and press run script, let it do its thing. Just don't touch it, because sometimes it might look like it's about to crash, but all you have to do is just let it go. Unless you have a terrible PC, then that's on you. Then you might just have to do it the manual way. Alright, and this looks pretty accurate, and of course I love just going through it to make sure there is no weird frames like this one right here, where it's just him moving. I want to focus on the main subject, so I'm going to remove this frame, remove just one of these frames. And then the faster time remap is perfect, especially when you're trying to do it manually. But for now, since I just added that little gap, remove first, remove last, stretch properties, and adapt layer size. It removes the blank spaces where there isn't dead frames. Okay, now that we have this, we're gonna export it as an AVI, as an AVI. And I like putting it just in a trash folder that you can eventually delete later because they're just pre-renders. Alright, now open your flow frames. They'll be in link in the description as well. What you have to do is just drop your pre-render in here. And then I like putting this to the max, but also depending on your PC, it might be better to go 8 or 6. But the more frames you have, the more smoother it's gonna be. So I'm putting it at 10. Make sure your output directory is going where you want it to be, and make sure you copy these two as well, right? 4.0. And if you don't have 4.0, then I recommend getting the latest version of flow frames. That should be done in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Alright, bet. Alright, so now that we have our flow frame clip with no dead frames, we bring it into our composition. Okay, and then boom. Now we have this clip that's really fast, but it's looking smoother now. So now we pre-comp this. You can either turn off the visibility of the other layer or just completely delete it because we don't need it anymore. And then you double click inside. Remember, if that doesn't work, right click, open, layer source. And then look in the bottom middle left corner where you can see the frame rate. So it says 238.937. So get your Twixtor Pro. I'll show you my settings. Okay, so make sure your image prep is at contrast. Your time remap mode is not on frame number, but it's on speed. And then for your main BG layer settings, make sure that's also at 100. And then for these two, the frame interp and warping, make sure the frame interp is at motion weighted blend, and the warping is at inverse with smart blend. And once you have these settings, then you just have to pre-comp it again. And then boom. So now you have your Twixtor, no dead frame clip. The fun part of doing the time remap. So let's get that right. And it's more fun doing it with audio, so I'm just gonna get a random audio. Alright, I have my very beautiful Osama-san audio now, and I'm gonna flow frame it according to the music. So Control-Alt-T to get your keyframes for time remap, and it's pretty self-explanatory wherever you want your beat to hit. So I'm gonna make sure he throws right here, which he's already doing. So I'm gonna set one key point right here. And if you're experiencing a problem where the last keyframe is black, all you have to do is just bring the time back a little bit, where the frame ends where the last clip is seen. And now you can do a little bit of keyframing. You can use flow, you can go to the graph editor. Alright, with the way I remapped, this is what I got in the end. And of course when you add some effects, it'll look a lot better, but Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and give me some more recommendations in the comments for some tutorials I should do. Because I get a little lost sometimes, so I don't know what the comm needs. Alright, I'll see you on the next one. Bye, sexies.